You can actually do it right here on 92.3 The Fox. Simply send me an email with maybe a flyer and your information, contact information at mikeg923 at yahoo.com. Again, that's mikeg923 at yahoo.com. Or you can give us a call on our office number and leave a message at 915-581-1126. That number again is 915-581-1126. I hope you're enjoying your weekend, and I hope you're having a great morning. In with us, two lovely young ladies, Miss Sara Gaytan. She's the progress officer?
Project officer, yeah.
Project officer at the El Paso Community Foundation. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? How you doing?
Good, thank you. Hi,
right.
Hi everyone. Good morning.
Also with us, Valerie Chavez, the brand and content strategist. That's an important the El Paso Innovation Hub, correct?
Yes, that's right. Hi, everyone.
All right. Well, we're going to be talking a lot. A lot of the stuff I'm going to ask because I want to get a little bit more familiar and what you all do. I've heard of the El Paso Foundation before. We've had people from the El Paso Foundation before on the program, but you were telling me that you guys get involved in a lot of projects with a couple of organizations here, right?
Right, yeah. The El Paso Community Foundation is happy to interact and partner with everyone that is helping here to help the community, the Borderplex region. The main projects that we have at the foundation that you probably know about and don't recognize as projects from the foundation is Plaza Classic Film Festival. If you were there in the summer watching all those movies at the Plaza Theater.
That's always amazing. That's a huge event here in El Paso.
Yeah, we love it. And it's 10 days of booked movies back to back, and it has movies for everyone. For kids, for adults, for veterans, for everyone.
For old people like me, too. Well, I mean, it's good because you have the classics, you have some older ones, you have some independent movies. And I think I think it's a great event. And then you even bring actors, stars to come in and do, I guess, Q&As, question and answers. Mm-hmm. I don't think they do workshops, but I do know they talk to the public and all that.
Yeah,
that's a big event that you all put on.
Yeah, and it takes a lot of time. Doc Pullen is our program officer that he runs all of it, and we all help. And it's amazing to have the community come over and enjoy the Plaza Theater, right? It's amazing theater.
Okay. Plus, I guess you must have do you have a big staff? Do you have volunteers? How does that work?
A little bit of both. The Plaza Foundation, we are about 20 people, but we have a lot of volunteers that come back every year because they have so much fun. We have a lot of students that are majoring in movies, in theater or anything related, and they like having that in their background, in their resumes and all.
Okay. Now, Miss Valerie Chavez is here with the El Paso Innovation Hub. Tell us about what the El Paso Innovation Hub is.
Yeah, of course. So like Sara was saying, the Community Foundation has so many projects, literally I think 80 projects, including the Plaza Film Festival, La Nube, if you all are familiar, Gozo's Ice Cream, which is that one? The
Borderplex Capital?
Yes, there is so many different kinds of organizations and projects under the Community Foundation, and the Microsoft El Paso Innovation Hub is just one of those projects. So the hub came about as a collaboration from the Community Foundation and Microsoft, with Microsoft providing the funding up in 2023.
Okay.
And the purpose was to bring together innovators, entrepreneurs, and individuals in the community so that we could build up and grow the tech sector here in El Paso. And we do that through trainings, workshops, programs, apprenticeship, and lots of partnerships here in El Paso. So that's what the hub's about.
And do you have people of all ages getting involved in something like this? Could some old man like me who could barely turn on a computer, can I get involved in something like this? How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely you can. The hub primarily focuses on 18 plus, really, especially what we call opportunity youth. So those students that maybe, they graduated from high school, but they kind of stuck, not really sure what job to go into. Maybe they didn't go to college. So that audience we want to help particularly, but anyone who's interested in learning new tech skills, exactly like you said, we do have people that, sometimes are a little bit older, and, technology moves so fast. Mm-hmm. And it's really easy to fall behind, but we do have people that are older come in, and we teach them how to make websites, how to code software, all of that. So yeah, it can be for anyone.
You know what? It's because the kids now in high school get a lot of tech and computer training. They're more savvy than my generation was back in the day. So a lot of these kids, when I have an issue, when I have a problem, I just ask a young person and they automatically know if I have a issue with the phone or if I have something. So these kids already come kind of equipped, but I'm glad you're here to actually help along because I mean that's the way of the world right now. Would you also be in someone that or wants to create a website? Then later on they can create websites for certain companies, certain services out there, right?
Yeah, exactly. And actually, we are kicking off a program this week today, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's all about that learning web development skills, app development skills, and in the past, we've actually had partners that have provided entrepreneurship skills as well, like you're saying, right? Because once you have these skills, there's so many different pathways that you can have, whether it is, finding a full-time position with a tech company or even making your own company and building websites for somebody else. So those are the kinds of things that we want to show these people, like what you can do with these skills after you have them, so they're not stuck, so they're finding the next step in their career.
So with these partnerships, want to quote unquote it, can you actually help find some employment for some of these people?
Yeah, we do. So with that same program that we're talking about, it actually leads to the next program after that is our app development apprenticeship. That's actually starting next spring. And what happens is that we teach them the skills, and then they actually go into an apprenticeship that is registered with the Department of Labor, and we pair them with a company that could use their skills, and it is a paid apprenticeship. And then after that, if the company really loves them and loves their work, they can have a full-time position with that company. And we've seen that happen. One example that we have is we had a student come in who had was studying computer science at UTEP. So what happened was he had gained so many credits in high school that he came into UTEP as a junior. And, that's incredible. Clearly, this person was super smart. But there was, it's challenging to come in, you're a high schooler, and now you're at UTEP as a junior. Well, the transition from him was difficult. So he ended up dropping out of UTEP. And then that's when he found our program. Because he was still interested in computer science, but he wasn't really finding his way. So then, after he found our program, he went through it. He was great at it. Like I said, this guy who was super intelligent. And after the apprenticeship, he actually was able to get a full-time position with a company here called El Paso Labs. So that kind of shows the full pathway that we want for our students. Yes, we want to get them the skills, especially if they're stuck somewhere. Get them the skills, get them going, get them a little bit more momentum again until they finally reach a full-time position with a company or, whatever their next step may be. If they do want to continue with getting a college degree, anything like that, we just want to keep them going and not have them be stuck.
And do a lot of these people leave El Paso, unfortunately? Do some stay? Are there? I know you got this great partnership with Microsoft, but do some of these people actually stay in El Paso, use what they know what to do now? Do some of them stay in El Paso?
That's what we want to see. But, you're very right to bring that up. That is an issue that we see in El Paso, right? What's called the brain drain. So we scale up all these people, we make all these effort, and these people are so talented, right? We have so many talented people in the borderland. And then they just go off. They can't find a job here, right?
Yeah.
So, so part of what we're trying to do too is to help build up businesses here in the region that can employ these people once they have the skills, or to help strengthen businesses that already exist, help them get the connections that they need, the resources that they need to build so that they can provide employment to other people. And you know what? Just because you brought up the brain drain, I do want to mention that part of the Innovation Hub, a brand new initiative called the Avanza Data and Policy Hub. So we have this great guy. His name is Luis Acuña, and he's coming in from Austin. He's from here, but he worked a lot in Austin recently, like with the government, helping federal government, state government, all kinds of great policy that he helped push through. And he's coming back to El Paso to bring that knowledge and to show us, how we can use this data, like about the brain drain, and then figure out what do we do about it, right?
Yeah.
So if anyone's interested about that, definitely visit our website, the Avanza Data and Policy Hub. It's all about how to get those facts and turn them into action here in the borderland.
Is that part of what you do? Is look for businesses, look for places for these people to get employed at, or maybe get a contract with, and hopefully they are in the El Paso area? Is that something that you're trying to, well, let's see if we can get someone here in El Paso to take care of these people?
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of times, like I said, I mean, we do have things like Indeed and so many platforms to help people find jobs, but still there is a difficulty in matching these skilled people with organizations, and that's part of our role as well, especially through our programs of finding those organizations and showing them, hey, look, we've got skilled people. We actually upskilled them even more, and we work with them to show them that these people can be valuable, they can improve their company, and it's a win-win situation.
It sounds like almost like a school in a way. It sounds like people can go and take a class, and that's what it sounds like that you have here. Where is this located?
Yeah, it's downtown, 500 West Overland. I believe that's Overland and Paisano. We're in Suite 210. Super cool building, really cool space, actually. And it's not just us. Like you said, it is almost like a school. We provide workshops, and lots of other partners that we have with the hub provide their own workshops as well, all about AI, cybersecurity, 3D printing, So the hub is a great place for people to find out about these programs and these trainings and classes, especially for people that they may not necessarily know what they want to learn yet. And, it can be a big investment to say, you know what, I'm going back to school, right? Let's bring up the FAFSA website. So that can be a big investment. And some of the programs that we have here are more like how to, get a taste of, that thing that you want to learn before you make the investment. And then you know what your next step can be.
Or maybe getting a little taste of a little bit of everything. I mean, knowledge is there. Does this work like these workshops and these trainings? Does it work like a say like a 12 or 6 week program? Is this the way it works? Are there flexible hours where people can go in at different times of the day? How does that work?
Yeah. So the program that we're starting right now, for example, is a 12-week program. The next one, the app development program, is actually, I believe, Sara, can you remind me?
It's 2 months to start testing waters, and then if they get selected, they go on for 6 more months.
Oh, okay.
But we also have programs that are not that lengthy, right? Like she was saying, if you want to get a test, then you go to a workshop, not a program. And a workshop can be a half-day kind of thing on Saturday, or maybe during the week if you are not doing anything, or after hours, like you said.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people work but still want to get the knowledge.
Right.
So they go after work, could they go on the weekends? Are you open? I'm not saying you're going to be open 24 hours, but I think I think there's flexibility, and you make yourselves accessible to these people, right?
Certainly, yeah. Like Valerie was saying, the program that we started last week on Tuesday, it's 12 weeks, and that one was targeting employees that were sponsored by their employers, and this was funded by Workforce Solutions Borderplex. So because it's targeted to people that is already working full-time, right, and you want to upskill them and get that increased salary because they upskilled themselves, they are going to commit, or they committed since last week for 12 weeks of training, Tuesday, Thursday, 5 to 8 p.m., and Saturdays, 9 to 1 p.m. So it's very intensive. It's a lot of learning. It's a lot of skills that they will gain. but at the end of the day, it will be worth it because they get a salary increase through their employer, and their employer is the one that is paying the percentage of the tuition, because the rest of it is paid by Workforce Solutions Borderplex.
That's amazing. That's great. I think so glad that you're here in the El Paso area. AI, big. Everyone talks about it. Everyone is astonished by AI. Okay, we talked about the people websites. Yes, it's a great thing, but I think AI just has everyone's antenna up. I think. So, what kind of training or or seminars or programs do you have for people wanting to know more about artificial intelligence?
Yeah, no, absolutely. At this point in time, you really need to be using AI in your everyday work to keep up. And we recognize that. One of our partners, actually Tech Frontier, also known as Fab Lab El Paso, they're going to be having a program coming up on how to integrate AI into software development, right? Because, for the longest time, software development has been more about coding. If you don't know how to code, then, you're not going to get very far. But now AI is speeding all of that up, right? And so Tech Frontiers program is going to show how you can use AI to speed up the process and what kinds of tools, right? Because nowadays there's so many tools where AI can help to do so many different kinds of processes. So they'll be showing how to integrate that into software development and web development. So we actually do have a program coming up. I do want to mention, if you all want to stay up to date with these upcoming programs, events, and also information about the people involved, I would recommend that you sign up for our newsletter. So you can go to bit.ly/EPHubNews and register, or just go to our website, elpasoinnovationhub.org. Scroll to the bottom and register for a newsletter, because that way you'll be up to date on all the programs and you'll be able to register as soon as they open.
You're talking, when you mentioned website coding, I guess that's how the websites are built, with the codes, right? So you can use AI to help you speed up the process. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there was an app. What do you remember what the app was called? Windsurf. And literally, you just got to type in, I want my website to have this, this, and that, and to do this and that, and then, boop, you have a website.
Jeez.
So,
I would just happen, because my friend Jay, who works with me here, we went to Gemini, and let's see if you come up, Mike, and Mike Guerrero. And yes, I was in there. I was like, wow. And yes, Mike Guerrero, also known as Mike G, DJ for 92.3 The Fox, has an oldie show on, and they had all my information. I mean, I don't know how it got it. Maybe through the websites, through social media. I don't know, but it had practically all my information about how many years I had been in the business, and I thought that was so awesome. And he thought it was cool because, I actually know someone that Gemini recognized. I'm like, wow, so
he's famous. He's chat famous. Or Gemini famous.
Somebody knew about it.
Yeah.
So this is stuff that AI does for you, right? And I think it's so limitless now. I think it's, and like you said earlier in the program, technology is constantly changing. So you need to be up on this, or maybe see something coming up in the future, right?
Yeah, actually. And I remember the first time that I heard about ChatGPT, about what now, a year, 2 years ago. It's been going so fast. And I remember my boss was like, hey, I've been seeing this on TikTok. Funny enough, right? She's way older than me. She's like, I've been seeing this on TikTok. And she's like, I want all of y'all to learn how to use AI. And sure enough, we did. And it's been speeding up our processes ever since, or myself for sure. Especially anyone who needs to write something for their job. AI can speed that up so much quicker.
We use that here too.
Yeah.
I get stuff in Spanish all the time. Hey, translate this for me.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that.
Yes.
Or help me solve this. Or give me an idea of, and there it is.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
Yes, and I was telling Sara the other day that I pay for the premium,
Really?
and I know that's how much I use it. But you could like I love what you can do with photos as well. I'll just like line up all the ingredients that I have in my house, take a picture, and I'll say, hey, what can I make with this? You know?
That's amazing. Wow.
Tells you
Okay.
what to cook.
There you go. So a lot of okay now these classes or these workshops, is it too late to partake in them? Can you just jump in and start? How does it work? If your schedules for the programs and the workshops.
Yeah. So I would say, I mean, we did have a program already start,
Uh-huh.
but this week, for those of you that are not aware, is El Paso Startup Week.
Okay.
So there's all kinds of awesome workshops. Literally, I think over 30 events going on this week. It keeps growing every year. So I would recommend that you go to the El Paso Startup Week website and see what's going on. At the Hub, we're hosting a couple of different events. So first of all, we are having the DIY Power Hour. So that is going to be an introduction to Canva for anybody who, especially for small business owners that, a lot of times they do their own marketing, but maybe it doesn't look so great. Maybe they could use some help. So one of our partners, Transformed, is leading that workshop, and so that they can learn the basics of Canva and take that up on their own. Another workshop or another program that's happening at the Hub is an AI panel led by Progress 321. So, if you're interested in continuing this conversation that we've been having here about AI, Progress 321 is going to have some experts talk about that. Another one is DevFest. So, for some people that are already really deep into being a developer, the Google Development Group is hosting that at the Hub, and I think last year they had like 70 people come in. So they're gonna have workshops and trainings, a mini hackathon where they have some kind of challenge that they're doing with coding. So definitely, like I said, go to the El Paso Startup Week website. There's one more also that I'm remembering, AI marketing. That workshop is happening as well at the Hub, led by the El Paso Chamber. So definitely visit the El Paso Startup website, and follow our newsletter or register for our newsletter for any upcoming events. Like I mentioned, our web development program already kicked off, but our app development program is going to be in the spring. So definitely keep an eye out for that one.
Okay. Oh, absolutely. People out there may be thinking, wow, okay, how does this work? How can I get involved? Is there a cost? Is there a tuition? Who pays for the tuition? I think we kind of answered that question earlier.
Yeah.
But is there a cost for these workshops? Is there a cost for maybe upskilled processes? Are some of the tuitions partially paid by maybe I know you probably get your share of grant writing done, right? How does that work? If you can kind of describe it. I hope I didn't confuse you.
No, absolutely. So it really does depend on the program. I'll tell you, for El Paso Startup Week, a lot of those workshops are free.
Okay.
Some of them do have a charge, but most of them are free. And then, like Sara was saying, the software development one that we just kicked off was a little bit of a partnership where we had sponsorship from the Workforce Borderplex Solutions. They would pay part of it. Your employer would pay part of it. And then for the app development one coming up, what about that one, Sara?
Yeah, Workforce Solutions Borderplex is the one, because that one is a program that is registered with the Department of Labor. Workforce Solutions Borderplex is our main partner for that program, and it has to be free for the community.
There you
That's
go.
amazing.
That
Okay.
one's free.
So some of it's free, and then oh my God, there's so much great information that you pulled out, and I'm sure there's still a lot of people out there probably want to know more. To get the newsletter, you can say it again. It was BIT something, right?
Yes.
I did pay a little bit of attention. Okay, it wasn't just like.
Yes, you can go to bit.ly. EP Hub News, or just go to our website, elpasoinnovationhub.org. Scroll to the bottom, you'll see the newsletter button there. If you're more of a social media person, we do have an Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook. You can follow us at El Paso Innovation Hub.
Okay, before we wrap things up, how lucky is the El Paso Foundation, Community Foundation? How lucky are they to partner up with a company such as Microsoft? It must be huge.
Yes, we are super lucky, and we are really honored to be their partners because Microsoft started putting an eye in the region by funding programs like the Bridge Accelerator in Juarez. So Juarez has the technology hub, which is kind of like the mirror hub of the hub that we have here in El Paso. But of course, everything is at a different level, right? Like in Juarez, you put a program and 500 people register. In El Paso, you put up a program and you have to be screaming and yelling everyone to come and register, and you get 20 people. And then out of those 20 people, 10 people show up, right? So El Paso, please show up, because if not, Microsoft will not be partnering again with us. You
Okay,
know?
yeah,
We need to
we-
prove ourselves
keep
that
them happy.
we want to be here. We want those trainings, and we need to show presence, right? That's how we get visibility, and we show that El Paso needs us, yeah, right? If people don't show up, it means that we are
Do
not
you
needed.
get people from Ciudad Juarez or from Mexico that come and
We
take
do.
the workshops?
Yeah, depending on the workshops. If the workshops are very higher skill, and we have a lot of students that go to UTEP for computer science and El Paso Community College, those students find out about us and they kept showing up. And the good thing is that once people find out about us, they keep coming. So that's why we know people are liking the hub, because we have repeating customers, let's say that
There you
way,
go.
right?
Well,
But
that's
that's
a
the
good
thing.
thing.
We need new people to find out about us, so they can keep bragging about the hub.
Okay, now is the time to give a big shout out to your staff, to your people, to your team of the hub. There's any people that you'd like to recognize that work with you? I see a big group of people. You were in the picture too. I saw a picture of you all.
Yeah,
Are these trainees or trainers?
We have partners, right?
Partners.
So organizations. So for example, we have Philosophic Systems Institute. They do all our soft skills training, critical thinking, logic, everything that you don't learn directly from a classroom, right? So they are philosophers telling us how to move forward with our lives and focusing on our career paths to make it better. So all the nice thing about our programs, even though it's a registered program, we are able to put a percentage of it into soft skills, which is kind of like the difference that we have of our programs with other programs in the nation, right? This is a nation registered program, so this is the main advantage. We want the students that exit our programs to succeed in all aspects of their lives, and once they get the job, to actually keep it, right? We don't want them to be fired because they don't have the communication skills, because they don't think outside the box, because they just do what they are told to do and nothing else, right? We want them to be proactive. We want them to be those minds that keep solving problems without being asked and having success all around, right? Like having their life in place and all of that. So that's why we keep partnering with Philosophic Systems Institute, which is a big shout out to them. They recently opened Alamito, and Valerie has been a participant of Alamito. Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, Alamito is awesome. For those of you that haven't come across it, it's also downtown, and it's a stream center. So it's like STEAM, right? You guys know science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, right? But ours for reasoning. But yeah, they have their own events as well. So if you all follow them on social media as well, they're great partners.
Well, good luck with everything. It's a lot to talk about. I was worried about. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but no, you guys did a great job. Again, the address for the hub.
500 West Overland, Suite 210.
All right, and also hours of operation. What times do you open? What days are you operational?
It's really by appointment.
Okay.
So yeah, just keep in touch via our website, our email, and our newsletter.
The newsletter. All right. So I want to thank you guys very much. That's a lot of information. With Ms. Sara Gaytan, the program officer of the El Paso Community Foundation. Thanks for everything that you all get involved in El Paso. And I also want to thank Valerie Chavez, the brand and content strategist for the El Paso Innovation Hub. Gracias. Thank you very much for being here. And I welcome you back to talk more about this great program. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and have a great Sunday, everyone.
Good morning. It's Mike Guerrero, and welcome to Here and Now on KOFX El Paso on 92.3 The Fox. And like always, I always invite the community, if you'd like to be on Here and Now on the program, please let us know. Get us some information on your organization, or if you want to tackle an issue that you think that we could bring up here on Here and Now, or you have a benefit coming up and you want to shed some more light, get the word out. Well, you can actually do it right here on 92.3 The Fox. Simply send me an email with maybe a flyer and your information, contact information at mikeg923@yahoo.com. Again, that's mikeg923@yahoo.com, or you can give us a call on our office number and leave a message at 915-581-1126. That number again is 915-581-1126. I hope you're enjoying your weekend, and I hope you're having a great morning. In with us, two lovely young ladies, Miss Sara Gaytan. She's the project, is it progress officer?
Project officer, yeah.
Project officer at the El Paso Community Foundation. How are you? ¿Cómo estás? How you doing?
Good, thank you. Hi,
All right.
hi everyone. Good morning.
Also with us, Valerie Chavez, the brand and content